Right, lads. Welcome to round 7 of the French Grand Prix in Purple Sector. The fourth before the last round, so we've got 4 more rounds, including this one, obviously. Stiffy Championship leader, stuck it on pole, provisional pole, I may add. Sean, I rode on ball with Sean for his lap, and it was a fantastic lap, so he's looking dangerous. Ultra's retired, so he's not going to get a late lap in. The track evolution will be only getting better and better, so with how close everybody is, I'd expect Ultra to probably drop down a little bit. You want to be going out as last minute as you can, as Janice shows up and bangs in a lap that's half a second quicker than everybody else. That's just a prime example of track evolution. Wow, what a marker. What a marker. Street Boys managed to join the session. Good to see. We've got 15 runners. A couple of people missing. Let me just jump in a fucking chat, just so I'm not... Just in case other people can hear me. My bad. There we go. We should be good to go. Right, last 3 minutes of the last minute and a half of the session then. Let's see what is going to go down. Who's on an outlap? Julian. 7/10 off currently. He'll be definitely looking to get a little bit closer. Stephen in his first race back. Magpie Toon. A second off the pace at the moment. He won't be happy about that. Even though he has had a long layoff, France is one of them tracks. It's pretty easy to get into the swing of things around France. It's not one of the difficult ones. I expect him to hook a lap up towards the end of the qualifying session. So T down there in P10, steady away on an in lap, I think. Rex is on a flyer. Let's see if he can improve. Won't mind seeing Rexy get his finger out. He's been in the middle of nowhere really at the last few races. Rexy, and we expect better. We know what he's capable of. Let's see if he can hook a lap up and get himself up the order. Running a little bit deep there. Keep it tight to this curb. 3 lap time. Swing it in. Get the traction down, straight line it. See if Rexy can improve. He did improve, but he didn't move up, so knows he's just crossing the line and see what he can do. No, second off. Janice thinks he's got it in the bag. What's Stiffy saying? Got a car ahead of him. Hopefully that doesn't distract him. If the car ahead's on a lap, obviously he doesn't have to pull out the way. He's in no obligation to pull out the way, so hopefully Stiffy has not timed this wrong. Julian has banged in a lap of what we expect of him. P2, 10th and a bit off. That's where we expect Julian to see. He's hooked it up. Stiffy's going to get a bit of a tow here. Let's see if his car gets out of the way. If he doesn't, he's on a lap. Yep, he's on a lap. Stiffy's timed this all wrong. The car's got out of the way. Now, if the car did get out of the way because he wasn't on a lap, then he's got out of the way too late. If he's been on a lap, realised he's got caught and then moved out of the way, well, he didn't have to, but that's very courteous. But without a doubt, that's affected Stiffy's momentum. He's lost time behind that car. Stiffy is looking good in P4, but Stiffy himself and us, we expect him to be challenging for that pole position to see what he can do. Takes that beautifully on the curve, get the traction down. What we're going to see. No, he doesn't improve. Slower. That time behind the Red Bull has cost him, so I'm sure we'll find out in the steward's room after if the guy just didn't get, Jenice or Millsy, whoever it was, just didn't get out of the way in time, or whether they was on a lap and then they abandoned it, so we'll find out. But Sean, he told us to look out for him at the beginning, before the race in Discord. He said keep an eye on that Alpha. He's looking dangerous there. Ultra, even though he retired with a few laps to go, he still managed to keep that P5, so very fortunate. That's going to be tasty in the midfield. Gunslinger and Stephen, definitely, probably both just didn't hook up a lap very well. Expect more from them too, but yeah. Decent grid. Like I said in the press box before the race, you know, there's people, Julian and Stiffy, they are leading the Champo. But people like Jenice, Sean, Johan, they've all been stepping up recently, and they've had the pace on them at certain tracks over the last few weeks. So it's definitely not just like a two-horse race. It might be for the championship, but it's not when it comes down to the actual races. We've got contenders. Jenice had a bit of an incident in the last one which ruled him out of competing for the win. Sean missed the last one, I think. Ultra just needs a clean race. He's been showing mega pace. Just seems to get caught up in something or make a little mistake. But the pace is there. He'll be challenging the front runners here without doubt. Stephen is going to be wanting to make moves. He's had a couple of laps in quality to reacclimatise himself. A couple of laps into the race, he'll be feeling back on form. So, let's see what we fucking serve up here. Couple people missing. Matty Pitt, Fireman. He's watching in the firehouse while he's serving and protecting his community, so respect. Let's hope these people can give you a fucking good one, lad. Oh, fucking hell. You fucking had to do it to me, didn't you? You fucking had to do it to me. Fucking hell. Just let these lads have a fucking dry race, man. Fuck's sake. I mean, the wet provided a decent race in Austria, but it's fucking hell, a dry race. People going 100% in a dry race is fucking 10 times better than the rain. Oh well. Never mind. Well, if there's anybody who's, if there's any drivers who are on medium TC or no TC, they'll be fucking ruining this, because France is a pretty smooth, slippery track anyway. But when it's wet, it's a fucking nightmare, and there's long, like these corners here where they're going through. You're putting half the, you're on the throttle all the time. You're just modulating the throttle going through them corners. And it's really hard just to fucking put a little bit too much on and lose it. So the people running the assist get a big advantage in the wet. The people who don't run the assists in the dry, the lap time's there for them to gain. But yeah, the rain definitely favours the other people. So I think Stiffy runs no TC, a couple of other people. Wow. We've got 5 disqualifications on formation lap. Standard. Fucking standard. Yep, so we're looking at a one-stop race here. Simple one-stop. Oh shit, Julian's lost it. He's lost it. He's going to take Shadow Realm on formation lap. That makes it 6. City. Wow. So for these guys in the middle of the pack, it's going to be very tricky going into turn 1. It does get bunched up there. Hopefully people just take it nice and steady. It only takes one person to just miss the braking point slightly or something though into turn 1 at the start of a race, and it's a concertina effect, so nobody does it on purpose. No, we all make mistakes. So let's see what these lads can serve us up. They fucking give us an absolute banger in Austria. So. And we're off. Now. Oh, Ferrari's had a mega start. That's Gunslinger. T's jumped the line. It's going into turn 1. Genesis had a great start. Stiffy to P3 and Gunslinger has had an absolute fucking belting start, and he's looking up the inside as well. Wow. Holy smokes. Mr. Johan under pressure straight away. Sean fancying, he's had a bit of a nightmare start. Sean, I think did he start P3? Gunslinger getting absolutely fucking involved straight away. No messing about. Around the outside of that corner as well. Tasty. Let's have a look at Sean's straight line speed. Don't know why it takes all this stuff away from me, but it does. Sean looking around the outside. Gunslinger says, nope, I won't be having any of that. Greeny getting involved as well. Got a little bit of a squeeze from Ads there. Magpie 2, and he's dropped a couple of positions off the start. Street Boys made a couple up. Millsy's on the back of these lads. Nino's there as well, and Rex is still with these lads as well. So look at that. They're all within a second of each other. Nice. That's what we want to see. But Jenis has got away. He's held the lead. Julian right on the back of him, hassling him. Stiffy's right there as well, so the 2 championship contenders, P2, P3. Johan's not letting him out of his sight. Gunslinger, they're backing up Stiffy for big points in the Constructors if it stays as it is. Sean looking racy behind Gunslinger as well. Dropped a couple of positions off the start, I think. Where do I find the position? There we go. Yeah, 3 places off the start. Ultra and Sean having a bit of a nightmare. T's retired. Disqualified. Didn't see what happened there. Good to see everybody still alive and kicking, apart from Big Tigger. It's fucking... That's the one we want. Tyres as well, I think. We know what tyres people are fucking running. It's wet, man. That'll do me. Julian, absolutely hassling Jenis. Is he going to go for the move? Oh, Julian, there, the mistakes that are going to cost you, and he's caused carnage. It's Stiffy. Fucking hell, Julian's gone in for the move. Caught a move that he didn't need to go for. There's another straight, just line it up. Heading on to the next straight, he didn't need to go for it there, he's gone in deep. He's caught the Red Bull, he's spun, and guess who's fucking collected him? It's fucking Stiffy, and Stiffy will have wing damage from that. Wow. Julian might have got away with it. depending where he hit him, but without doubt, look at this. Stiffy's took a hit. Wow. Madness. So Johan takes up the P2 spot. Gunslinger goes up to P3. Julian's not lost out a lot here, and he looks like he hasn't got much damage either. He's right back on the pace. Oh, man. He had every right, he had every right to go for the move. But in race management terms, just stick behind, get a great run out of the chicane, and make the move into the next corner. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he's probably just got a little bit better of a run than he expected, but you can always back out and go again. He's gone in, Jenice left the space, and he's just tapped the rear, but in the wet, a little tap like that is going to send you sideways, and bam, Stiffy of all people. These two, Stiffy and Julian, holy hell, what a title battle. They just stick to each other like fucking glue, man. Sean looking racy behind P3 and P4. Johan going for a move on Jenice. Let's see if this can get done nice and cleanly. Jenice giving him the squeeze. Be a nice move for Johan to go around the outside here. Turns in a little bit early. Jenice is putting the squeeze on. Just about legal there from the lads. Johan bangs on the ERS. He's got the move done. Jenice will tuck him behind. Julian's, look at them, look at everybody behind. I always slag the rain off, but it does fucking seem to provide us with some fucking look at that view. Look at that. Ultra's making moves as well. Ad's going up the inside. What a ding dong. Oh, little tap there. Ultra and Az with a little tap. Magpie Toon. Excuse me, I'm dying. Round the outside. It's perfect positioning for the inside for the next corner. Does he get the room? Ultra tries to hold it round the outside. Move done. Magpie Toon. He's on the fucking charge. Where's he come from? He was down in P10 a minute ago. I told you, a couple laps into the race, he'll be fucking right on it. Giving me a fucking chub. I wanted to say chubby and semi-on. I'll call it a chemi-on. Fucking hell. P10 he was a couple of laps ago. Massive. Magpie on the move. Sean on the move as well, going up the inside of Julian. Holy smokes. Look at this. Up the inside. Julian was aware of it. He's ran a little bit wide. Sean, move done. But Julian's got the fucking better run, and he's going to get this cut back here. Yeah, Sean runs wide. Did he have to come off the throttle? And Julian's getting an excellent run. Wow. Holy shit, I'm not built for this. My vocabulary and fucking thickness. My brain can't think this fast. You know what I mean? From fucking Yorkshire. Steve, this is, all these battling though is just bringing Stephen right into the frame. And you do not want Stephen. You don't want to give Stephen any fucking free lap time. But that's what these lads are doing at the moment, but they've got to battle for position. Sean is definitely the man with the pace at the moment. Stephen, oh, he knows them cheeky little fucking lines through that right-hander. So many different lines you can take. This one as well, you can go in deep on the inside, or you can swing it right on the outside for a late apex. But look at this. Julian, desperate to get by. Oh, he's flirting with track limits there. Oh, big send from Sean. Big send. Bit of contact there. If I was Sean, I'd be possibly giving that position back. It was a bit of a send. There was a bit of contact to complete the move. Gunslinger's not having any of it. He says, give me that back. Up the inside. Leaves a room on the inside just about. And Sean's lost a couple of positions there. Wow. Ultra going up the inside of Sean now. Sean's had a horrible first couple of turns. Fucking hell. Sean's settling in nicely. Just need to settle in nicely now. Just settle in. Get your bearings back. Settle in. Stephen's just look. Stephen can see all the carnage ahead. All the battling ahead. Stephen's left a healthy gap there. Just making sure he don't get collected or caught up if there's any contact anywhere. But Ad's going for the move now. Caught Magpie napping a little bit. Stevens defending it well. He braked late. But Ads has got a decent run. And this is what Ultra should have done. This is what Julian should have done on the last corner. Put the pressure on Jennings into the chicane. Back out of it. Just get the nice line behind. And then set it up into a much wider and easier corner to get the move done. But look at the four ahead. Great move from Ads there on Steven. Sean and Gunslinger absolutely going at it. Julian's going around the outside. Ultra's somehow made it up to P3. Julian's in P2. Wow. Johan, where's Jennings? Where's Jennings? Jennings has had a fucking spin from P1. Holy hell. There's another Red Bull going off the fucking track ahead. Wow. Jennings spins from the lead. Mr. Johan leads. McLaren's P2 and P3. Holy smokes. Let's keep an eye on that gap. Can Julian start to reel in Mr. Johan? Keep an eye on it. 5.5. Ultra. Right behind his teammate, backing him up. Magpie, Gunslinger's P4. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sean's looking racy again. Oh, he likes it up into this corner. He likes them unorthodox dives into the corners where you just don't expect it. It does compromise your line and you lose a lot of time going for him, but it does catch your opponent out. Gunslinger is off to Asda, I think. He wants a fucking meal deal. Steven, P6. Happy to just let the cars ahead get it on. And Street Boys looking to test Greeny here. Great racing from them too. We know what they can do from their battles in Austria in the last race. If you haven't checked it out, check the stream out. Fucking great battle in between, about pretty similar to this race, to be honest. Absolutely great battling. Jennings, is Millsy going to get out away from his teammate? I don't know what the team camaraderie is. He has no obligation to do so. It would be beneficial for the team and for Jennings' fledgling title chances at the moment, but oh, that's just letting him know that he's saying, I'm here, mate. Nah, but we're here to race. We're here to race. Rexy just struggling at the back a little bit again. Him and Nino having a bit of a ding-dong. Nino up the inside. Rexy went to Asda as well, but Nino's got the move done. Wow, 3 wide. Ads has ended up at the back of the field somehow, but wow, look at this. 3 wide into turn 1. He just thinks about it. Nino took a bit of curb. Ads takes a lot of curb. Oh, wow. Let's get a view of this. Around the outside. Ads, what a move, lad. He's kept it under control. Outside for the next one. Oh, wow. Loses it a little bit under traction. And Nino keeps the place. Rexy's closed right back up now. Wow. And Stiffy. Wow. He will be praying for a safety car. So unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. Julian's gone for the move. Little slightest tap. Julian's ended up sideways, and Stiffy's was the fucking man right behind him and collected him, but so unlucky. So unlucky, but Julian is going to have to capitalise on this now. What was that gap before? I think it was 5.5 to the leader. 5.1 now, so he's closing very, very slightly, and Ultra is the man. Ultra is all over Julian. Are they going to do the switcheroo? Ultra's definitely got the pace on Julian. If they're smart, they'll swap over. Ultra can pull Julian along in the slipstream. That's the way to do it, and they've done it. Switcheroo. They always switcheroo. Smart from the McLaren drivers there. Ultra clearly had the pace. Let Ultra pull Julian along. But look how much time they've lost. Look how much time they've lost getting there. They should have done it a lot earlier. When I jumped on board, Ultra was right behind him. They shouldn't have got to that stage. Just They should have done it there, but the gap's back up to 5.5 now. Sean, a little bit of a gap to the McLarens. Gunslinger's keeping him honest. Stephen is now right on the back of Gunslinger. Oh, traction's so tricky in these conditions. Through them long, never-ending corners where you've got to keep the throttle. You've got to keep it halfway down, quarter of the way down, modulating it to halfway to get through them sweeping corners. But it's a fucking death trap, man. Absolute death trap. But Stephen's looking racy here. Went a little bit deep into that corner. He'd have liked it a bit tighter, but he set it up. And Stephen, you see Stephen here, he's realised he hasn't had the best run. He hasn't bothered wasting his ERS. He'll just settle in and wait for another opportunity, but he nearly loses it, but he recovers it well. Wow. And Jennings is somehow back up to... As we had some pit stops, maybe. Either way, Jennings back up to P7. And not even that far behind these two, so... But there is a big gap to the leader, to the McLarens. Jennings, I think that's a... I think he's spun from the lead a couple of times this season. But look at that gap. Ultra to Johan. Ultra's dropped his teammate. He bangs in the fastest lap. And he's chasing down Mr. Johan. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my God, this is getting fucking good. Ultra, the fastest man on the track right now. Julian did the right thing in letting him go. Because at the end of the day, if Ultra can catch Johan and hold him up a little bit, in doing so, that's going to give Julian a chance to catch up. But wow, Sean holding his own fantastically in P4. Stevens up to P5. He's got past Gunslinger. Missed that as I was doing the checks. Sean gets a 3-second time penalty though. That is going to come back to bite him because Magpie Tomb will not get a penalty. Put my life on that. Jennings, as he's making his way through the field now, he's lining up Gunslinger, and Gunslinger's just struggling at this stage of the race. Just struggling a little bit at this stage of the race. Yeah. Say it twice, Tez. Yeah, Jennings will have the bit between his teeth now. He will have the bit between his teeth. But it's another mistake from the lead of the race on Jennings' behalf. Where could he be in this championship without these little mistakes? Gunslinger goes in a bit deep. Jennings says, I'll have a bit up the inside. Great fucking move. What a move. And that was just an example of a couple of lines that you can take through that corner. Gunslinger went in deep. He went for the outside. Jennings has backed off a little bit on the entry. Set himself up for a better line on the inside. Fantastic move. Pro move. Can Magpie Tomb start to close in on these guys ahead? But fucking Ultra just bangs in another fastest lap. Wow. The pace. Can it be? Can it be? Ultra has also had a couple of mistakes in him. He's, like I've said many times, Ultra's showed fantastic pace this season. But he's just been caught up in an incident, or he's made a mistake here or there. He should be right up there battling for the championship on the pace that he's shown. But their mistakes have held him back. But he's a man on a fucking mission right now. Holy smokes. That gap is just tumbling and tumbling. My. Go for the interval. That's the way we'll use that one. Mills is retired. Safety car. Oh my good lord. Well, Mr. Johan will not be happy about that, but it was just a matter of time before Ultra closed him up. But it took a couple more laps for Ultra to close the gap. And the rate Ultra was pushing, there was always the possibility of a mistake. This safety car's neutralised that. So Ultra's just going to get cleanly up to the back of Johan now. As long as Ultra don't make a mistake. But this is going to concertina the field up and give everybody a chance to get back in the race. Johan pits, the right call. somebody should. I think you can get to the end on one set of tyres maybe. With a safety car, who knows? With a safety car, you might be able to definitely do it. So I won't be surprised if somebody just fucking throws that curveball out there. And there we go. Fucking Street Boy. Strat King. Yeah, man. You can't, I think, with a safety car, these tyres could get to the end. But he wants to get a move on. He don't want to let them fucking cars get out in front of him. But he'll have a Delta. Yeah, he'll have a Delta. I'm guessing that he was adhering to, but Johan's come out in P1 anyway. Ultra's lost out there. Wow. But yeah, everybody pits for new boots. Ant, the tyres won't be so bad now. It'll be in a few laps when Ant starts to feel them. But he's got himself right up the order there, so wow. And where Stiffy ended up. Stiffy is pitting. Has he gone for the inters? Is he entering the pits or exit? He's exiting on the inters. Has everybody put inters on? No! Wow! We've got a mix! Oh, fucking hell. I can't deal with it, man. I cannot fucking deal with it. What's going on here, man? Look at that. Who's made the right call? I can't see, I don't know. I don't have no intel, no info. So these inter people must be getting the message that this rain's clearing up, or it's going to light rain in about 5 minutes or something like that. They must be getting some sort of message. Wow. Wow. Mental. What a race this has turned out to be. I always get the dreaded fucking, fills me with dread when I see the rain. But these guys in Purple Sector seem to be able to they just love it in the rain. It just brings everybody a bit closer together, which is strange because when I personally race in the rain, I find it very hard to get close to people. And what's Ultra doing? He's back in the pits. Inters. Is he going for inters? Has everybody else messed up? Genis as well behind. They've gone for the inters. So it is inter weather. Wow. They must be getting the call that it's inters. Johan's decided to keep track position. Street Boy and Sean as well. But if that is the way things are going, that it's into conditions, look who the front running inter runner is. Wow. And look who the second. Oh, Stephen Ampit. So the rain don't look heavy, but it don't look fucking. It does look like Inter's weather to me, to be honest. But maybe that's because the cars aren't going so fast. There isn't as much spray. It does look like it could be Inter's though. But if Stephen ain't pit yet, I wouldn't fucking totally guarantee that it is Inter's. But the fact Ultra decided to come back in again either tells me it's Inter's or he hit somebody behind safety car and broke his fucking wing. So we'll find out in the stewards report, I guess, after. But wow, everybody back in the mix. Stiffy will get a chance to show us what he's made of from P11. He'll have the bit between his teeth, but I can definitely see him fucking getting right back up the order, definitely. Wow. I mean, when the rain, we don't really have a 100% clue now of what the conditions are. There are a lot more inter-runners than wets. We'll only get a real true indication when the fucking safety car fucks off and we get this race back underway. And it'll be pretty clear to see, I think. Jennings from P1 halfway through the race in P13 at last. Wow. Definitely should have been a championship contender this season. He's really doing what his Belgian compatriot was famous for, being fast as fuck but having a spin in him. But if this restart has just fucking occurred, and look at the jump Johan's got. Keep an eye on that gap. Julian, 1.9 behind. Let's see how these Inters are doing. No, the wet tyres are the ones to be on. The wet tyres are the ones to be on. The wet tyres are the ones to be on. Stephen will be making moves. Sets it up for the inside. The gap's building to that guy Sean in P3. They're flying. Stephen just backs off. Like we said, set it up through this corner. Get a nice run. Get the power down. And try and get it done into this corner. But now Julian gets a good run there. So I'm a bit conflicted. As to what's the better tyre here right now. But that gap that Sean has built over Julian tells me it's still wet weather tyres. Magpie will want to get past as soon as possible. Oh, it's so on the edge right now of what's the better tyre. I mean, Julian's he's pulling away and closing the gap now, so who fucking knows? Who knows? There's one thing for sure, there's not one clear better tyre at the moment. It's still up for debate. Mr. Johan sets the fastest lap, then Sean on the wet tyres, on the wets. Let's see if anybody bangs the fastest lap in on the Inter. We've got Gunslinger all over the back of Magpie 2 now on Inters, so it's Inters. That confirms it. It's Inters. Julian now closing that gap back up. Yet it just obviously took a little bit of time for them Inters to get to the right operating window. But look, it's closing them up now. Massive. Holy smokes. Stiffy, Jennison, Ultra. Who would have thought them three? You expect to see them in P1, P2, P3, P10, P11 and P12. Wow, what a brave call. Them lads who came in, put the Inters on. They've absolutely nailed that fucking call. Nailed it. Greeny, the next one to hunt down Magpie. He'll be absolutely gutted that he didn't get the strat call, but it was obviously one of them ones where it was very much on the fence. It wasn't clear what was the best choice. You know, we could see with half the field on wets, half the field on Inters. The ones who took a chance, oh, it's going to pay off fucking big time. Big time. Stephen gets a 3-second penalty, struggling on them wet tyres. Ad's making move. Oh no, he's in the pits. Julian, there we go. Sets the fastest lap. This is about to get fucking tasty. Sean doing really well. Sticking it up the inside of Ant. Ant's on the much older wets, so he'll be struggling 10 times worse than everybody else at the moment of this. And is he going to hold it around the outside? Ant will be aware that he's there. Yep, Ant just backs out of it a little bit. Julian on the fucking rampage. On the fucking rampage. We said today Julian wants to get his fucking championship. He wants to claw away at that gap to Stiffy because it was just creeping up. Holy hell, this could be the perfect fucking reply. Very unfortunate what happened to Stiffy earlier on. You've got to fucking admit that. And unfortunately caused by Julian, but Julian's still got to do the fucking business on track regardless. And he's nailed the strat call and he's hunting down the fucking leaders. Greeny's got past Magpie now. Wow, Johan. Oh, Ultra with the dive bomb of the century. What a move. Fucking Ultra. Jennings looking to go around the outside. There's 4 fucking cars here. Holy smokes. Ultra ran off wide there. Oh, Ultra. That is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. I think that was Ultra, right? Yeah. Just ran off fucking wide, ran off track wide, and then came back onto the track, fucking bashing and barging Nino, man. Very reckless, and it's caused a fucking safety car, man. Yeah, that's Ultra in a nutshell, man. Ultra in a nutshell. We love him, but fucking, that is Ultra in a nutshell. He fucking, they were 4 wide. He's ended up running off track when he didn't really need to. He just ran out wide, but then he's come back onto the track. He didn't come on like calmly. He's ended up right in the middle of the track, banging wheels with Nino, I think it was. So just a bit erratic there. Oh, maybe a bit frustrated after, because at one point he was in P2 hunting down the leader. But this will give the people on the wet tyres a chance to get in the pits and join back without losing too much time. They're going to lose positions though. Stephen gets another time penalty. Surprised at that. But I fully expect these two, Johan and Sean, to jump in the pits. I mean, the pace difference you could see to Julian was just fucking too big. It was too big. They're going to drop down. They're going to have to cut the losses. Accept they didn't quite, the strategy hadn't gone their way today. But I've been wrong before, and you're fucking guarantee they'll stay out now. I'll be very surprised, because they're just going to be sitting ducks. Gunslinger though, P4, just always there, Gunslinger, always fucking there. Whether he's had a bad race, a good race, he's always on the end of that fucking podium. He fucking loves this shit. Greeny, up in P5, having a fucking mega race, and Jennings, after all his fucking troubles, has found himself right back up in P6, so if Johan, have they pit? Yeah, they've pit. So Jennings is going to find himself in P4 now. What a fucking roller coaster of a ride for Jennings. My good lord. Street Boy finds himself in P7. And that is massive for Stephen. He's managed to pit and come out in P8 ahead of Johan. So maybe Stephen pit the lap before. Mr. Johan, what's going on here? Are they... Not sure. Oh yeah, Stephen... So Stephen pit the lap before. So he's benefited. If that couldn't have come at a better fucking time for him. He's pit at the perfect time. Fuck me. Madness. Oh, penalties, man. Penalties. Penalty. There we go. Greeny's got 6 seconds, though. Hey. Gunslinger now finds himself in P2. The boy just don't fuck it. He's relentless. Absolutely relentless. That 3-second penalty for Julian could come back to bite him. Greeny's got 6, that is going to bite him. Jennings is looking at a P4 without no penalties at the moment. P2. Stiffy's up there in P6, he's got penalties as well. And Stephen, 6 seconds. The man is rusty. It's his first race back in quite a while. It does take some time to get used to it, especially in the wet. But yeah, we don't expect 6 seconds from the Magpie. The fucking Magpie. Wow. Right, I'll join you when the race gets... Oh, we're back underway. Fucking hell. Wanted a cup of chai, mate. Wanted a bit of me cup of tea. Let's get back on with the runners then. Julian's going to want to start to build the gap. This is about to get tasty. You know, looked like he was going for a move there, but he's just backed out of it. Ultra is going for a move up the inside of Mr. Johan. Mr. Johan trying to set him back up, though. These were the two who were going to be challenging. Johan was leading the race. Ultra was hunting him down, and they find themselves now down in P9 and P10. But Ultra was pretty much the fastest man on track at that occasion, so I expect to see Ultra absolutely fucking slicing and dicing his way through the field, and Green is retired. Where's he retired? He's lost it somewhere. Stiffy with another 3-second time penalty. Oh, he's worked his way up to P4 as well, but that could hurt him. Yay. Julian leads. Gunslinger on the back of him. Jenice, with no time penalties, is in P3, and he is the fucking leading candidate to win this race at this moment, in my eyes. He definitely had the pace over these two in the early stages and in quali. If he can keep it on the track and keep it together. Yeah, he's looking racy. He's looking racy. Nino looking racy as well behind Stiffy. Julian bangs in the fastest lap. Jenice replies. Magpie Toon says, I'll have a bit of that on the right tyre. He can start to fucking fight again. That guy Sean fucking bangs in the fastest lap. He was another man battling for the podiums in the early stages, down there in P10. Wow. That safety car where everybody had the choice to either pit for inters or stay out on the wets, it's really jumbled the field up now. But Stephen on the move. He has got 6 seconds of penalties though. Street Boy holding on to the back of Stephen, which is no mean feat. But Ultra is hunting all of them down. We know this kid's got pace. Wow. Rexy boy. Go on, Rexy lad, let's have a move from you. Sean looking very slow at the moment. Oh, went in a bit deep there, Rexy. Let Sean off the hook. Gunslinger sticking with Julian though. And Jenice. Oh, Gunslinger's had he's had a bit of a moment coming into this fast right-hander. And Jenice says, I'll have a go around the outside. Oh, he's looking racy, Jenice. Stiffy's got 9 seconds. Wow. I wonder if it's to do with his equipment messing up or just struggling today. It happens to the fucking best of people. Stiffy's championship leader and he's been the main man this season, but he's definitely struggling today. Jenice sets another fastest lap, so he's just biding his time here. He's just biding his time. He's waiting for the right move. There's 7 laps left. There's plenty of time. Give me the gaps. That'll do. Keep that up, I guess. Stephen looking racy now. Jenice gets a 3-second time penalty. That could cost him the fucking win. Oh, wow. He's got past Gunslinger doing it, though. That's probably why. He's probably just gone through that chicane before and tried to set himself up for a better run and just cut the track. He's going to have to get past Julian and build the gap now. He can do it. He definitely can do it. Genesis is the fastest out of these top runners at the moment, I'd say. Pole position in quali. He's absolutely on the limit. Gunslinger, if he can stick with him, he will be right there to fucking take the win. Stiffy's closing back up to everybody now, but he's out of contention. 9 seconds of penalties. Stephen still just hounding Nino. Nino's putting up a great defensive job at the moment. Stephen won't just send it rash, he'll set it up. Nino defending very well here. Very well. Putting his car in all the right places. Just warning Stephen. Just making Stephen think twice. Stiffy bangs in the fastest lap, but it's easy to do that when you're cutting all the corners. You got 9 seconds. Street Boy still sticking with his teammate. Stiffy with another. Oh, wow. Stiffy's having a fucking nightmare, man. Bit of a nightmare for Stiffy today. Don't expect a caliber driver of Stiffy to be getting 12 seconds, but it happens to the best of us, man. We all have an off day. We're not professional fucking esports drivers either, so... A bad day at the office. It happens to all of us. But can Stephen get past Nino? Nino looks like he's fucking doing a great job holding him off. Look at that. Gunslinger's getting caught up by his teammate now, but like I said, it's easy to do that when you're cutting all the corners. Roasting you a bit here, Stiffy, but 12 seconds. We do expect better from you, mate. Nino. Right on the back of Stiffy as well. Stephen, oh, his pit. Fucking hell. Is it dries? Is it dries? The rain stopped. Has Stephen thrown the fucking dice? Drivers are throwing the dice. Drivers are in. Oh, wow. Get me the fucking tyres up. Holy shit. I am too fucking thick for this shit. Where's the tyres? Fuck me. Dry tyres. Holy hell. And if these guys have called it right, they will get an undercut. Fuck off, man. Mental. It's definitely dry weather now. It's definitely fucking dry track. That guy Sean and Mr. Johan, two former fucking front runners of this race, battling for the lead and podium positions, battling now at the bottom of the field. But I think, let's keep an eye on the gap, 23. Yeah, it's closing. It was 23.1, now it's 22.7. 22.6. Let's see through the next series of corners if he gains a fucking bunch of time. 22. On this exit, get the traction down. This is where we should gain a bit. He's definitely gaining, Stephen. It's definitely a drying track. I expect these lads to jump in the pits. And there you go. It's a lap too late, probably. If he stays out, is he going to try and grind it out? Stranger things have happened. Nino stays out as well. But it's definitely a dry track. Street Boy finds himself in, but he ain't pit. Julian's pit, Genesis pit. Where's Stephen going to come out in relation to these? Definitely a drying, definitely fucking bone dry right now. The leader's just coming out the pits now. It's going to take a few corners to get the tyres warmed up. And is Stephen's going to get a great run on Genesis here. Stephen's tyres are up to temperature. He's going to be right on the back of him through this section. Get the ARS on. He's got to get this move done here. Take advantage of the cold tyres that Genesis is on. And there you go. There's just the extra fucking grip, extra temperature of the tyres. Stephen gets a move done. So Julian leads. Magpie's in a net P2. Jennings in a net P3. Ultra in a net P4 now. These guys are going to fucking struggle. Without a doubt. No way they can fucking get to the end. My good lord. Now let's see if Jennings can put Stephen under pressure as the tyres are getting back up to temperature. Fully expect him to do so. He's had the pace on most of the field today, Jennings. But Julian, fucking hell, this is played right into Julian's hand. And don't forget Mr. Johan back there. He ain't got no penalties. And that was the DRS enabled sign. So it's only just said DRS enabled now, but the track's been dry for a couple of laps, so that is definitely a very, very late call. If the drivers on the inters have just waited for that sign to pop up as the, oh right, that's when I should pit. They've not read the, they've not been reading what's going on around them and the, just the way the car's handling and just the way the track's drying up. But people do like to just wait until they get that sign to tell them to pit. But sometimes you can fucking get a jump on it all, and these guys have all fucking done it. Fastest lap after fastest lap from the soft runners as they were coming across the line. Johan's starting to close that gap on Jennings. Ultra's following him. Street Boy is following him. Rexy just a little way back from Street Boy at the moment. Ads looks like he's on the fucking limit. And Sean was having such a good race and he's found himself in P12 last. Mega unlucky. He had fucking pace today. But yeah, look at that gap to the fucking into runners. Nearly closed in the whole pit stop, so the guys who jumped in, made the call, absolutely reaping the benefits now. Stiffy was one of them who didn't. And these tyres are really, really going to start to suffer now. Temperature will go through the roof on these intermediate tyres. They're not built for these conditions. You saw at the Monaco Grand Prix when it's getting, when they're on the intermediate tyres and the track's drying up, they're always pulling off the side looking for them wet patches just to cool the surface of the tyre down. But yeah, you can see he's really, really slow through here, so these guys, they're hoping for the best. I mean, at this point, they do just want to drag it out, but this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Stiffy struggling, making life hard for Julian as much as he can. But this was the pairing that collided at the beginning of the race and put Stiffy down at the back of the field. But Julian is on a charge. He is going to catch these two, without a doubt. Jennings is dropping off Julian. Julian's got the pace on these tyres. And Jennings has got that penalty, so wow. Julian looks like he's fucking ramping away. Julian, like, oh! Gunslingers, oh! Fuck's sake, lads. I mean, my God, Lord. Gunslingers just tapped the back of Julian. And it's happened to Stiffy again, man. The guy can't get a fucking break. But this time it was his teammate's fault. Gunslingers caused that. Gunslingers just on them tyres that aren't fucking available to fight. He's trying to fight with Julian on soft tyres. He's trying to battle him. And he's fucking run deep and tagged fucking Julian's rear end. Half spun him. And Stiffy smashed into the fucking side of him again. You can't blame Julian for that one. That was definitely Gunslinger's doing. He was probably trying to make life hard for Julian or something. trying to help his teammate Stiffy out, but Stiffy was in the mud anyway on them tyres. It was an unnecessary incident, that. Unnecessary. Yep. 2 Alfa Romeos going at it. Sean and Ads. Oh, nice line there from Sean. Who's got the better traction? Oh, Ads comes across with a big squeeze. Bloody hell, he wasn't taking no prisoners there. There's no fucking team orders at Alfa Romeo. Sean gets the run, pulls out. He's going to hold it around the outside. Let's have a look. Oh, he's got it done before the corner. Great move. Well done there, Sean. Stiffy at the back again. I mean, he's had 12 seconds of penalties, which we can blame him for, but we can't fucking blame him for the 2 times he's just smashed into a sideways Julian. That is just unlucky, man. But Nino's still holding on to this. I've fucking just... Oh yeah, because fucking Julian got fucking smashed up. Yeah, without the smash, Julian catches fucking Nino, without a doubt. Without the tap from Gunslinger, Julian would be passed by now. But Jenice is taking his time to catch up to Julian. To Nino. It's Nino! Fucking hell. I thought it was Johan for some reason, but it's Nino. Nino, mate, you pull this off, I quit. I quit commentary. Because I've completed it watching this. Holy shit. You might get a fucking podium out of this. I don't want to look at the penalties. What's happened there? They are all hounding him now, though. Julian's about to get through as well. Magpie Toon's going to want to... Yeah, it's going to be a formality. Nino will know. He'll not make it too hard. So Stephen's going to end up with a fucking... Ooh, he's going to get a great run here. Stephen's going to be dangerous into this next corner. Hold it around the outside for a late apex. He'll cut inside. There you go. He'll go for the run. Right on the back of him. Oh! He just tried to get the power down a little bit too early for a run into this corner, as you see. He just put a white tyre over the white line a little bit too much, but look how much Julian's closed up, even with that big smash that he had. So Nino jumps. Nino does get the... Oh, Ultra! You bastard, you! Fucking hell. And Street Boy jumped him. Nino, man. Unlucky there. I don't know how he's managed to fucking get them tyres to the end like that. Wow. Wow. McLaren's score massive. That could be a fucking change of the lead in the fucking Constructors' Championship. Julian, he had a spin of his own, which was caused by him. He'll hold his hands up to that, tap to rear, got himself sideways, and he had a spin where Gunslinger probably unnecessarily just fucking trying to hold it up the inside of a car on soft tyres when he was on the mediums. So it was an unnecessary collision. He just had to fucking accept defeat there, Gunslinger, but it's a little bit of a mistake there. Probably one of the first I've ever seen him make, but it was definitely an error. And it's cost Julian the win at the end of the day. But McLaren score fucking massive. Jenice gets the win. What a roller coaster of a ride for Jenice, man. P1 leading the race comfortably, spins at the back of the pack, and then he fucking wins it. Fucking hell. Madness. What a performance. He was helped by the fucking Cummins together ahead of him, but Julian, after all his fucking dramas, he's been in the wars today, but he still managed to bring it home in P2. Fantastic drive. Ultra, he was in P2, hunting down the lead as well at one point, and he fucking got screwed. He stayed out under the safety car. He had a moment under one of the restarts where he fucking went off track and had a bit of a moment, but he's ended up with P3 as well. Street Boy, and he finally gets a decent result in P4. I mean, fuck me. That was an absolute mad race. I'm shagged. I'm fucking shagged. Madness. And shout out to Mr. Johan there. The only one with no penalties. Top class fucking drive. Stiffy. 12 seconds of penalties and fucking very unlucky, man. Twice he's colliding into fucking a spinning Julian. You couldn't write it, man. You couldn't fucking write it. What a race. Full of fucking action, full of drama. I struggle to keep up at times, but I hope I did it some sort of fucking justice anyway, so I'll call it quits there then, and we'll be back again on Thursday at 8 o'clock for round 8. So I will see you then.